Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Today we're going to be talking about buying a brand new construction home. Really, it's just going to be a list or the basics, kind of like the 101 of the new home construction buying process. So if you're thinking about buying a new construction home in the greater Houston-Galveston Bay area in 2024, these are things that you really want to consider. Make sure you stay tuned to the end to learn about my VIP buyer program. And I just wrote a new construction guide. And if you want a copy, just put a comment in the description. Send new construction guide book with your email and y'all, we'll get it out to you straight away. So let's get right to it. If you're considering buying a brand new construction home in 2024, first, you want to identify the area in which you want to live. Now, the greater Houston-Galveston Bay area is huge and diverse in its natural amenities. You really need to set realistic price expectations. Now, you may want to live in the center of town, but the closer you are to the center of town, the more expensive the real estate. But if you get out to the suburbs, you get more bang for the buck. There are some beautiful master plan communities with hike and bike trails, golf cart paths, community pools and parks, pickleball courts, just amazing. Now, something else to consider is what's important to you. Do you want to be close to work? Do you travel for work? Do you need to be close to an airport? Do you play or does your family play golf, tennis, baseball, pickleball, football, or soccer? Do you want to be close to schools or your church? What's really important to you and your family? Next, once you've honed in on an area, you really need to have realistic expectations about what your money buys. So let's say you want a 5-bedroom, 4-bath, 3-car garage for $375. Y'all, I know it would be really nice and Lord knows I could sell a lot of them, but it just doesn't exist. So I really want you to have realistic expectations. So you've honed in on an area that you can afford. Next, we need to consider your own personal timeline. Are you relocating and need a quick 30-day close, or are you able to wait and build from the ground up? And this could take 6 to 9 months. So you can see there are many scenarios to consider. Are you selling a home? Do you have a lease coming up? Are you moving before school starts? Do you need a game room? Maybe a new baby on the way or a family member moving in? Whatever your situation may be, the reason for buying a new construction home. If you need a quick close, you might consider buying an inventory home. Now, more than likely, you can't make your selections. Generally, what you see is what you get. If you have the time, 6 to 9 months to build, you pick your lot, you pick your floor plan, and you pick your finishes. Now, many times these finishes are based in a group that the builder has already pre-selected with the decorator for you. Now, I want you to be aware of some pros and cons of buying an inventory home as opposed to building from the ground up. If you have sold your home or you're in a lease that's coming up, or maybe you're relocating, inventory homes or those that can be finished in 30 or 60 days may come with some really great incentives. So if you're on a timeline, these inventory homes could be a great way to get you in a new construction home within your own personal timeline. So far, we've talked about identifying a location, a budget, and a time frame. So this is a big one, y'all. You really need to see what type of financing works best for you. Now, there are several options for financing. Conventional with 5% down payment, or FHA with about 3.5%. Or if you're a veteran or serve, you could go VA, and some communities where you can do USDA with 100% financing. Now, of course, there are going to be income and property limitations. Now, next, you need to have a realistic conversation about budget and credit and really money. You just need to sit down, start tracking how you're spending and how you're saving. Now, I say this because when you're building a new construction home, you're going to need to make a deposit at contract execution, whether it's an inventory home or a new construction home built from the ground up. Now, this could be $2,500, $5,000, or $7,000. This down payment, this earnest money, given at execution, it's going to vary from builder to builder. Now, this is going to be credited back to you at closing. So really, it's a good faith deposit, but the money has to be there. So if you're building from the ground up, there will be an additional deposit. And if you're making structural changes, there could be additional fees. Now, you're also going to need to have an inspection. If you're building from the ground up, you're going to need a multi-phase inspection. Now, these inspections are based on square footage, and obviously the multi-phase inspection is going to be more expensive, but somewhere between $800 and $1,200. You're also going to need to have money set aside for your closing cost and a survey and additional down payment money needed based on your financing choice. This is probably a good time for us to talk about seasoned funds. Now, if you're putting money in a glass jar buried in the backyard like my grandma did, this might be a good time for you to dig up that jar and put it in a bank or a savings or a checking account. Your lender will want to see that you have seasoned funds in your account, and really nobody can see that money buried in the backyard. If you're receiving a gift from your parents, or maybe you're taking it out of your 401k, you just want to have all your ducks in a row. We are still seeing builders offering great incentives when using their lender to offset closing costs, buying down the rate. So you're still going to need cash to close. I just want you to be aware that you're going to have money saved in a seasoned account. So get it out of that jar. So now I want to talk a little bit more about the lender and what they may require. You're going to need an average credit score of about 620 or better to get financing. One of the great things about new construction is that a lot of builders connect their incentive money to their lenders. Your loan officer likely can't beat their rates, their buy down, or their paid closing costs. I know how you feel. I'm loyal to a fault, so it may be better if you're looking at new construction to hold off talking to your loan officer. At least let them know you're looking at new construction and that the builder is offering XYZ, and see if maybe they can help. We do want to maintain relationships. We never want to burn bridges. We don't want to have hard feelings, y'all. It's just business. If you want to get pre-approved when looking at new construction to see how much buying power you have, go for it. You just have to have a conversation and be open about your goals. So I just want you to sit down, put a pen to paper, and talk about your goals and how you plan to get there. So here's my pro tip for you. I worked for a builder as a new home sales rep way back in the 90s in the beginning of my real estate career. And I'm telling you this from experience, y'all. Please hire a realtor. Please. If you're going to buy new construction, I am asking you to hire a realtor that understands new construction, a realtor who sells new construction, that understands the process. A realtor can provide great value, answer questions, advocate for you. It really doesn't make sense to not have someone advocating for you and your needs and wants, negotiating, attending inspections and walkthroughs, acting as a liaison between the builder rep, the construction superintendent, the lender, the title company, acting as a sounding board. And y'all, even I've been a therapist in the toughest days of this new build process. The builder is paying for you to have representation. It's worked into their budget no matter what you've heard. Now, don't get me wrong. The builder's reps are really great people. They are great at their jobs. And make no mistake, y'all, they work for the builder. You can have somebody represent your best interest. Get those questions answered. Act as your liaison throughout the entire process and make sure you're getting the absolute best deal possible. Hire a realtor, y'all. Make sure they're comfortable in new construction. You want to understand the builder's position. They are a great negotiator and you want them to advocate for you. We would love to earn your business in the greater Houston-Galveston Bay area. I want to help you accomplish that 2024 home ownership goal. Do your research. Please don't walk into the builder office and sign a contract. Hire a realtor who's comfortable in new construction. If you visit the builder without your agent, you will not be allowed to have representation. So let's get that ball rolling. Let's get you registered. make sure you have someone advocating for you to help you accomplish those home ownership goals. Now, as I promised, I want to tell you all about my VIP buyer program. And y'all, you just don't want to miss this. When you are a part of my VIP buyer program, you are going to get 3 guarantees, y'all. These are written guarantees, not just empty promises. Guarantee number 1, y'all, I call this my Shari package. I'm going to get you the best pre-negotiated deals made with each of the new home builders that you'll get discounts on landscaping, closing costs, upgrades that will save you money. Now, this is going to vary with each builder, and surely it's subject to change. Guarantee number 2. Now, I call this my love it or leave it guarantee. If you're not happy with your home for any reason within 18 months, I'm going to buy it back from you or I'll list it for free. That's right. We are so confident that you are going to love your home. We're willing to buy it back or list it for free, and you'll get my written guarantee. Guarantee number 3. Now, this is my $10,000 cash savings buyer guarantee. I will negotiate you $10,000 or less off the list price, or I'll pay you $1,000 at the closing table, and you'll get my written guarantee. If you want my free new construction guide, just put a comment in the description. Please send new construction guidebook with your email, and we'll get it out to you straight away. Show us some love, y'all. If you got some value out of this video, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, click that little bell, and you'll never miss another video episode. Y'all, I read and respond to every comment, so reach out to us. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.